All right, Twin. Now the whole
Greetings,
incident can
Internet.
go.
My sister
Hi,
is
everyone.
trying to get her daughter into bed, and by daughter we mean chinchilla. It's
Yes.
going splendidly, of course.
And by splendidly, I mean, Twin, if you can't. Okay, so she came up to my desk and bit my tablet pen, which is, her way of asking to go to bed. She was quite insistent about it.
Mhm.
And so I go and I get her treats and I put the treats in her cage and I tell her to go to bed. And she's like, "No, mother, I'm going to mess with this cardboard box that you set up earlier because you brought chewables home today." Yeah, Twin. I know that you love oregano, but you need to go in your house, okay? Or else the whole internet is going to hear about you not going in your house. So go in your house.
Are we really? We're shaming your daughter. That is what we are doing today.
Come on, Twin. Come on. You are so close to going into your house.
20, you are taking attention away from me, and this displeases me greatly. This does.
Hey, Twin, don't run away. Don't walk away from me, young lady. She's like, nah. I think maybe. No, you're just gonna wander around over there. Just gonna wander around over there. Come on, Twin. You asked to go to bed. You asked twice. Come on.
Mr. Piffy's not able to help you.
He tried too.
He tried to.
Oh yeah. It's like, hey, hun. She's not looking for me.
She's not even behaving for Mr. Piffy. This is dire.
She's not even behaving for Mr. Piffy. Come on, Twin. What are you doing over in the corner? There's nothing over there.
Very little editing of One West Covina and very much wrangling of a naughty chinchilla right now.
Come on, Twin. Come on. You love your goodies. I even got you a new kind of goodie.
I think she's doing this. She must be doing this on purpose. She must be doing this to vex me.
I mean, there are a lot of things.
Let me get my blonde wig so I can be vexing.
Excellent idea. Come on, Twin. Twin, I'm not haggling with you, okay?
Yeah, my sister's trying to put her daughter to bed. It's going well. It's going splendidly. It's going about as splendidly as my embroidery went last night. I think it might be, yeah. I had to patch in parts of it. I fucked up so badly. I had to reprint part of the template, embroider it, cut it down to size, and patch it with glue. Not hot glue, just regular Elmer's glue.
I'm sorry,
and then I'm going to have to sew it in. Yes?
No, there you are, Twin. Very sneaky.
Yeah, 1 sec.
Gonna get 20.
Gonna get 20. She's like, oh no. Twin, if you had just... Come on. If you had just gone in your house for your treat, we wouldn't have to chase you. Now, Internet, please understand. She does not let us pick her up.
She's a chinchilla.
She will, pee on us if we try.
You say as I'm about to take a drink of my drink.
Sorry.
Splendid. Okay.
Come on, Twin. In your house.
Oh, you're existing. Oh, you're existing. Okay.
Twin, come on.
I'll get her.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Piffy. Okay, anyway, observe. This is new. It is as I expected it.
That's beautiful. Oh my gosh.
Oh, it is very thin polyester. It is about a foot too long for me, so I have to hold it up like this. But it goes really well with this necklace.
Oh my gosh, that's so pretty.
Thank you.
And I love your dreads.
Thank you. Yeah, Loki's like, oh, I like your natural hair. I like your regular hair. He's mad at me because I keep shaving my baby hairs to make the wigs fit better. He can cope. Oh, speaking of which, I was trying to get the groceries put away earlier. And I was dancing in the kitchen because my dress had come in and I was exciting. Oh, thank you so much. I am cosplaying as Mystery Muse number 394. Actually, I'm pretty sure you've already guessed who that is. Troy and Desmodo referenced her in earlier banter. But yeah, I was so excited I got this, and I was dancing in the kitchen. I did a turn. I bit dirt. I fell. And it was like, you know how when you see someone slip on a banana peel and they go, that was me. And then Loki comes up giggling and he's like, I'm sorry, not Loki, I'm sorry, Lucius, my son, the tiny one. He's giggling, he runs up and he says, cope. No, Joe, oh my goodness, yeah. I knew I forgot to tag somebody. But yes, thank you for joining. We are now going to edit One West Covina.
The little one is successfully in her house.
I'm sorry?
The little one is successfully in her house. Thank you, Mr. Piffy.
Thank you, Mr. Piffy. Kampai!
Kampai!
So I have this beverage. I have this beverage. It is technically almond milk dragon fruit tea. Now it is vanilla almond milk, most 60% vanilla almond milk, and then 40%. So there's this dragon fruit tea from Adagio, and it's a loose leaf. And anyway, the way I make it is very weak because I don't like dragon fruit. But my friend Raluca, I'm not actually sure how to pronounce it. So if you watch this and I mispronounce your name, I apologize. Please correct me. Anyway, Raluca, there's a third way that's probably incorrect. She said, you gotta put it with the almond milk. And I was like, okay. Due to a very convoluted series of inside jokes, this is now called almond juice. Kampai.
How is it?
It's amazing, honestly. I don't like just straight almond milk. Like I have to have it with something. And I don't like dragon fruit tea, but if I mix them together in the right concentration, so I'm probably going to be ordering some more of that tea soon.
Ooh.
All right. Yeah. Royce is going to be watching and listening to their sister at the same time. Yep. That's legit. All right. I might even do Penrin's actual accent for Penrin because I know I haven't been doing that lately. I haven't been doing the voices. Oh, we hired a new Desmoda, by the way.
Oh, cool.
Whoops. Let me close out Discord while I'm screen sharing. It might be a good thing to do. Okay, church group. Yes, church group. They're like, see you in 2 hours. I'm like, yep, and I certainly won't be sharing this to the profile where I have my church friends. Let's see. All right. Let's see. So, Kat, do you like cats? He asked lamely. Great conversation starter. But it wasn't what do you do for a living, which was boring and somehow tended to annoy a lot of the people he tried to go out with. Source me. I hate that question. In fact, let me put that. She nearly laughed, but schooled her face. They're okay, I guess. More of a dog or horse person, really. Cats are so bitchy. Selena, No, female cats are called Mollies, actually. Also, Barkle! She giggled as she looked at her menu. They have claws and will turn on you for no reason.
Lies.
No, they won't. There's a reason. No, actually, there's always a reason. It sounds
Sometimes
like
it says not
unreasonable. Sorry, what?
Yeah. Just because you don't respect the cat's reason doesn't mean there isn't one.
Tone! I can type.
Also, you're probably really bad at reading cat body language.
Yeah, that reminds me actually of my dad. I had this cat named Narvi, right? Because of course the cat had to be named Narvi. So my dad was petting Narvi, and Narvi like nipped at his hand, like, no, cut it out, Steve. I don't like that. And so my dad kept petting him, got nipped again. Like, cut it out, Steve. I don't like that. And then my dad kept petting him again, and Narvi like, and Dad was like, ow! God damn it, Narvi. And Narvi was like, God damn it, Steve, I told you not to do that.
Right!
He did warn you, play stupid games. You know.
Win stupid prizes.
Yes, exactly. That's like my new favorite thing. Like, on the one hand, yes, I got that from Loki, but on the other hand, it is the perfect way to describe what has happened between certain characters who blew fire in other certain characters' faces and then got eaten. Play stupid games, win stupid prizes. Anyway, I digress. Isn't that weird? She smiled that beautiful 1,000-watt smile at Nat before looking down again to decide what she wanted to eat. Let's see. This is a little mean, but it's like the first thing that came to mind. Horses are the best! Nathaniel latched gratefully onto this shared interest. I used to go riding all the time as a kid. He didn't know enough about domestic cats to answer her about them, but he did like the big cats at the zoo. His favorite animal is a lion, so... She smirked at him like a jerk.
Smug, smug, smuggity smug.
And nodded as he talked about horses. She'd grown up with them too and was as natural around them as most people were dogs.
We're with dogs?
Let's see. Oh no. I think she considers most people dogs. Let's see.
Cinnamon, are you okay?
I can spell. I'm sorry. She had hoped to become a famous writer when she was little, but those plans got shot down early. Not that she really minded. She loved what she did now. Get paid to go on dates with rich guys? You know what? That's valid. I don't have a stomach for that. That's valid. This all looks so good. It has been a while since I've gone out with anyone. You mean since your brother paid you to go out with anyone? She glanced back up at him shyly. Thanks for asking me. He was surprised she hadn't dated in a while. Really? It came out as a challenge. Sorry, he said quickly. It's just, you're young, you're beautiful, you're classy and stylish. I can't believe you haven't gone out in a while. Remembering his manners, he said, it is my pleasure to... Okay. I gotta give myself one. It is my pleasure to escort you, milady. Where is the thing I'm looking for? Yes, this. Oof, too much. What was he doing? He fiddled awkwardly with the scarf again.
Yeah, what was he doing? Well, he's sounding like a guy in a trilby, but...
He fiddled awkwardly with the scarf again. And you are sweet to say so, Nathaniel. Catherine smiled brightly at him. Since she was already mentioned as doing that, I'm picturing her looking like the Joker.
I'm just imagining like a little twinkle, like with sound effects.
Let's see. With work and all. Motherfucker! Thank you. I haven't really had the time, and most men around here just aren't worth it, you know? Wow.
Now, if she were bi, this would have a completely different connotation, but...
She is bi.
Oh, okay.
She is bi. She ends up dating Helena later in the fic.
Oh, okay.
Well, then I'm flattered that I'm up to scratch. He smiled, fiddling with his scarf some more. He's really nervous.
I like that detail, because I totally fidget with pieces of clothing I'm not used to.
Thank you. Put that in. Yeah, me too. I fiddle with things I'm not used to. Ah, yes, work. I know how that is being busy with work. I'm a property lawyer. Your profile said you're a private consultant? He tried to make it sound like he hadn't already memorized her entire Facebook about section. You know what? I'm going to give myself another one. Not a dice of cringe. I'm going to give me... Where are you? No. Ah. I started from the beginning. I said I wasn't going to watch the season 4 until March 9th, but I decided, I'll just start over from the beginning, and it'll probably be March 9th by the time I get to season 4. Because season 4 part 1 came out on February 9th, and part 2 comes out on March 9th, so, you know. Of course, March 9th is my dad's birthday, so I have to... Ooh, yeah, I'm going to be going over there then. Let's see. Yes, at a very prestigious tech firm, she nodded with a smile. It isn't exactly what I wanted to do when I was younger, but now I love it. It's so challenging and exciting at times. She turned the conversation away from where she walked to her feelings about it, leading Nat down the direction she wanted. But, I mean, most people don't... Isn't it, like, normal to talk about how you feel about your work, too?
Yeah.
That doesn't sound like a manipulative thing. This is so bizarre. Seeing him fiddle with the scarf, though, she couldn't help herself. What's with the scarf? Kind of hot up for one tonight, isn't it? He scrambled for an answer. My neck gets cold, he lied unconvincingly. She could tell he lied about the scarf and had to school her face to that dumb schoolgirl smile that worked on all men and boys alike. Ooh,
Let's generalize about men.
Let's generalize about men. Let's generalize about them. Let's take one bad thing about one man and apply it to all of them. Let's conflate all the guys. Let's generalize about men. Ah, here it is. Does it? Aw, poor baby, she cooed sweetly.
Oh.
I'm imagining her talking to like an actual baby. Let's see.
Uggy is perfectly fine.
Apparently, Uggy is what my fingers heard. My brother has that problem. Have you considered a turtleneck? No, turtlenecks killed my mother, shot my father, and drowned my goldfish. How dare you? I'm sorry. I mean, her suggestion froze the blood in his veins. He felt his heart stop and his mouth go dry. Ooh, wee woo! Wee woo!
Wee woo wagon.
Take a ride on the wee woo wagon. I apologize. His hand shook and he dropped his glass, spilling water all over the table. Oh, sorry, he muttered. No, that's awful. Why would you say that? Turtlenecks are they're the worst. He averted his eyes and busied himself to cleaning up the spill. If she didn't think you were on drugs before, she should certainly suspect it now.
That was so embarrassing, my cane decided to flop over.
Excellent. Her eyebrows shot up at Nathaniel's reaction to her suggestion. She quickly schooled it off her face as she moved to help him clean up. Thank goodness it was only water. They aren't so bad, Nathaniel. On some people, they can look good. Besides, it's better than a scarf, which you're clearly not comfortable wearing, you silly thing.
Okay, first date. Okay, look. First date talk. Poor baby and silly thing. Not first date talk.
Let's see.
Sorry, Kat, but wiggin'. I've wigged. I'm out.
Hold on. Sorry, what did you say? He said, sorry, Kat, something, something.
Oh. Yes. Sorry, Kat. I'm wigged. I'm out. I'm shoveling the breadsticks into my purse.
She giggled and wrinkled her nose at him. Nathaniel's face flamed. Sorry, that was so rude, he said. I just don't like them on me. I'm sure you'd look like perfection descending from the clouds in one. Ah!
Oh no, I think I have died.
Huh?
Oh no, I think I have perished.
I'm not going to put the dies from cringe. I'm going to put the other cringe. We do the cringe. We do the cringe. He tried to come up with a plausible excuse for a strong reaction.
Okay, so when I was a little kid, Yes.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You were saying.
Actually, this probably will. Actually, this will probably go out after his next line, which is when I was about 5, my babysitter would force me to put on a turtleneck before we could go out because it was cold.
Hold on.
And it.
Well, up. Yes.
But that was sensory hell, and I hated it so much.
Didn't you also have a story about like your grandma made you wear plaid dresses, and so now you don't like plaid?
Oh yeah, she would. There was this one specific plaid red plaid dress that she would force me to wear if we were going to a fancy restaurant, and I hated it. But I think I was like somewhere between like 7 and 9 back at that point. But
sorry.
Yeah. But I was fine with that particular style of dress, but I just hated that specific one so much.
Because I remember when I was looking at plaid dresses on Amazon, you said something to that effect that you didn't like it because of that.
Yeah. I'm better now, but for a long time I just could not stand plaid.
Let's see.
But you would have to pay me to put on a turtleneck, though. Mm-hmm.
Completely different connotation. Anyway, I don't even know why she's awake, but okay. The waiter came to take their order. I will have the Mediterranean steak rare, please, with a side of green beans and a loaded sweet potato with a tea to drink, please. She handed the menu back to the waiter and waited for that order. Yeah?
I'm sorry. I thought the way she started that. The waiter came to take their order, and then the waiter tells them, "I will have the Mediterranean steak rare, please."
Hold on. I did not catch that.
All right. This right. Thank you.
She handed the menu back to the waiter and waited for Nat to order, smiling blissfully. Oh, the bliss will set you free. Oh, the bliss is gonna make you see. Help me, faith. Help me, faith.
All right.
sorrow, no fear of tomorrow. Ah! One sec. Help me, faith. Help me, faith. Shield me from sadness, worry and madness. Lead me to the bliss. Okay, now that I'm done with that unnecessarily long punchline, he smiled back awkwardly like he's been doing every other thing in this date. I'll have a charred kale salad with pineapple, please. Lots of pineapple. Thank you.
Okay, the pineapple thing is actually a little painful for me. Not because of the context. Although I also just don't like pineapple.
I'm not going to write that.
Okay.
I don't like pineapple as much as this. But yeah, this whole date is intended to be as cringe as possible.
Okay.
His unusual order caught her attention. The salad was perfectly normal, but the pineapple and lots of it?
I mean, maybe he just likes pineapple. I know I was just whinging about this, but
how's that? Okay. By the way, what did you want to do when you were younger? He genuinely wanted to know. Would he like a medal? Would he? You know what? I'll cope. I wanted to be a jockey, she replied, and somehow that's a title. Somehow that's a bloody fucking title. I was so crushed when I found out that I was too tall to... I'm sorry, hold on. I need to do something real quick. Okay. Let's see. One sec. Okay. I was so crushed when I found out that I was too tall to be one, and my parents had other ideas. I'm sorry. She shrugged. Let's see. Hi! Hello!
Hi!
Thank you for joining. She shrugged, but life is weird that way, isn't it? You don't get exactly what you want, but sometimes you get pretty close. Yeah. Being a whatever bullshit she put on her Facebook is certainly close to being a jockey. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Hello. Oh, Raluca, while you're here, I have to show you the whole thing. Oh, whoops! I have to turn off screen share while I do that again. I love this so much. Words cannot express how happy I am about this dress. I am so excited. I love this dress. I need this color in every style dress from now on. In fact, I'm regretting tossing away that emerald colored jumper I had. It is! Thank you so much! And the necklace matches. You've already seen the necklace, but the necklace matches. Okay. A jockey, that was interesting. He hadn't realized there was a height limit. Yeah, life is really weird, he agreed. Life doesn't make narrative sense. But we'll get there. So what did you want to be when you were young, Nathaniel? Only fair, I told you mine. She turned the conversation again as she took. That's not turning the conversation. That is continuing the conversation. I can spell. I can type.
Mm.
When he was young, he wanted to be loved. I'm sorry. Hold up. When he was young, he wanted to be loved by his father. But he couldn't share that on a first date. Oh, successful. I mean, when you're a trip from a family of wasps. My mother was happy when I got into Stanford, but my father probably wanted me to go to, Harvard or somewhere back east. Let's see. Oh, she's hunting for green too. Yay! Yes. I made a joke recently. I was at the grocery store and I was in the produce section. I was like, my doctor told me I should eat more greens. Holds up a cucumber. That sounds like really good advice right about now. I should have put that on TikTok, actually. Oh, you wanted to go to Harvard? My brother went there. She enthused. I feel like I should have caught that grammatical error. I really should have, but I did not. Actually, did I edit this chapter? I think this is one of the ones where I just put everything where it was supposed to be, POV wise, and bounced and posted it. This was too easy. He didn't seem to be connecting any of the dots she was dropping like breadcrumbs.
I mean, lots of people have a brother who went to Harvard.
And wears turtlenecks.
And wears...
Oh, did you know Harvard is now offering free online classes?
Huh.
Oh, yeah, so did my ex-girlfriend. Small world. She talked about it all the time, though. I went to Drake because my folks could only afford to send one of us out of state. She smirked a bit over at him. Cutely!
I'm still... Insert usual hang-up about using the word smirk wrong.
I have a hang-up about people describing their own characters in their narration as cute.
That too.
That's my bloody fucking hang-up, and hence still not as cute as baby Akuma. That's not a picture of me as a baby, by the way, so I can say that. It wasn't bad, though. I liked it well enough, but it isn't Harvard, she lightly teased, giggling. Drake, where was Drake? Some flyover state, he guessed, his brow furrowing as he tried to remember. Drake, he said intelligently, just like everything else on this date. Yeah, it's in Des Moines, Iowa. Catherine ventured excitedly. This needs to be, the punctuation needs to be punctuated better. I am clearly also speaking very WordPress, you got some splaining to do. She couldn't contain herself and chuckled softly. Oh, Iowa, I knew it was a flyover state. Oh, God, Nathaniel, why are you such a dick? Not intending to sound snobbish or dismissive, but it kind of came out that way. Didn't he?
Yeah, it did.
Iowa? It was on the tip of his brain. God, she was really pretty. Not as big as Harvard, but I liked it. She tilted her head. Oh, I missed that. No, she tiled her head. She did what?
Tiled?
Why would you put tiles on your head in a date? I'm imagining her got like those little peel away tiles from Daiso, peeling one off and just sticking it on her forehead.
I'm imagining... one of those avant-garde makeup artists who, you know, painted a mosaic on their face.
That
Or
was
something
also
else
at the
weird like
same-
that.
Huh?
Or something else weird like that.
You know, if you're wondering why my typing is so clumsy today in particular, I've got a Band-Aid. This nail split this way, and I have to wear a Band-Aid on it to protect it. And I've got this big-ass giant ring that goes with the rest of my outfit. Actually, I could transfer this to my other hand. Nope, my fingers are fat. Never mind that. Okay. Okay. And smiled brightly over at him. So your ex went there too. Maybe she knew my brother. It is a small world after all. How funny! She giggled that simpering girlish giggle. Is she on crack? She sounds rather giddy. Oh, giddy was our code word at reform school for a cheerleader on crack, aka Serena. It's a small world after all.
Why? Wait. Hold on. Remind me why she's going on this date with him?
Trent's paying her.
Yes, why is Trent paying her to do that?
To gather intel on Nathaniel.
And she's deliberately dropping hints about her identity because...
Oh, well, good point. Let me transcribe that.
Are you going to give yourself the sin thine ass off?
Yes. Yes, they're going to sin mine ass off. You know what? I'm also going to do this. Well, maybe not. That's a guardian angel facepalm. I don't really need a guardian angel facepalm. You'll notice that's a theme in this story. Segan didn't think about logic. Bex didn't think about logic. Because non-plot convenience, that's why. Because I said so. Because if we didn't do it, Akuma would have another miscarriage and die again, and we wanted to prevent that. It's really annoying when she does that. Gee, thanks, Lee. It's so nice to have a husband who cares. What can I say except you're welcome? Yeah, you can tell they've been married for 14 years, right?
Yep.
Knowing how it distracted men from their thoughts at times.
Okay, Ernest is like, it's not that easy.
Let's generalize about men. Let's get super lit and not admit this is the kind of primal ritual we need now and then. Let's conflate all the guys. Let's generalize about men.
I feel like Ernest should have more to say in this thing because he is totally a sugar baby.
Yeah. If you think of anything, and plus, like, we can always add stuff in. I could start sending you the completed ones, and then you could start saying, "Oh, by the way, we missed this. Let's put this in here." We can always do that. Not all the editing is done on screen. Let's see. Maybe. Rebecca knows a lot of guys. Wow, that made it sound like he thought his ex was a slut. Not great. Not
I
wrong,
mean-
but not great. We met
Little
at
Doc
work.
knows a lot of guys, and nobody assumes that about her.
Huh?
Says Verna. Oh, no. Verna.
Please re-say the thing that I didn't hear.
Okay. Verna says, Little Doc knows a lot of guys, and no one thinks that about her. Yes, I know. Most of Roberta's colleagues are men, but she's trying to be funny.
Let's see.
Let's see. Averna, yes, I'm doing a bit.
Let's see. Raluca says, sorry to go, but we'll be getting ready for bed. Okay, well, thank you for joining.
Night, night.
Night, night.
If I were serious, I'd point out that most of my colleagues are men. It's not exactly a female-dominated field.
We met at work. She's from New York originally. I'm not sure if she would have hung with don't say Hicks, do not say Hicks. Non-East Coasters, he finished lamely. Catherine gave Nathaniel, and so there's nothing wrong with non-East Coasters, but Catherine still takes offense to it for some fucking reason. Catherine gave Nathaniel. Catherine gave Nathaniel a look when she heard the way he talked about Rebecca. Not the best impression. In the back of her mind, she filed away everything he said. She's supposed to be doing that anyway.
That's literally her job.
It's like if Loki came home and said, "See, and I delivered a package today. Good job for doing your fucking job. A+." Anyway, so what other interests do you have, Nathaniel, besides work, polo, and football? Let's see, the non-East Coasters. Oh, I think I actually deleted when she said that because it was too cringe for me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, okay. He thought about that one for a second, but everything that flooded his mind, flashes of imagination where he was tied up helpless at the mercy of someone doling shallow cuts all over his flesh and licking up the blood, was decidedly not appropriate for a first date. Oh, he's suddenly grown a filter. Congratulations. He felt his face heat and that familiar throbbing in his slacks. Slasher movies he got out. Love them, preferably in a dark room lit only by candles.
Darkness. I do love good atmosphere when I'm watching a horror movie. But also do the Zemnis pose, and Seeker of Darkness pose, Xehanort pose. Kingdom Hearts.
Kingdom Hearts. You know what? I should do that with my Marluxia outfit next week.
Oh, I know you don't like scrolling back, but
I really don't. What?
Okay.
What?
Oh, just okay. Averna doing a bit because of Epiphany's I know a guy bit.
Yeah, but Epiphany also uses it in a different context.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
Also, she calls Epiphany Little Doc.
I'm sorry, I'm just fucking with you.
Oh, okay.
Let's see. Piffy, I love good atmosphere for horror movies.
Hmm.
Let's see. You said something like that.
Yeah.
His eyes took on a dreamy quality. That did sound nice. She noticed how her question had seemed to stump him. Were his interests such a touchy subject? Maybe he's on drugs! Drugs?
Drugs owl.
Drugs? But she turned on the charm and nodded when he finally spoke. I love slasher movies. The bloodier, the better. It's so spooky, and you never know what will happen. Actually, it's really easy to tell what's going to happen.
Yeah. If you watch enough of them, you know.
Yeah, I know what you did last summer was, for its time, it was very good, but watching it now is like, yep, they're gonna die. And do you know why? It's because they're a motherfucking failure. Yeah, I knew who was gonna die when. And also, like, the only reason I watched it was because there's an actor that I like.
I actually haven't watched a lot of horror movies. But
yeah, I know what you did last summer because there was an actor that I liked. It was like one of his first roles. I've watched Repo and Sweeney Todd, and there's a couple of others that I think could be considered horror movies, but I don't really go in for like, I don't like jump scares, so.
yeah, jump scares are cheap. Let's see. I've watched The Ring. I've watched Ringu, The Grudge, or Orphan.
I've seen The Grudge.
Sorry, what?
I've seen The Grudge.
Yeah, I wasn't a big fan of the ending.
I've seen
apparently the sequels like it worse. Sorry, what?
I've seen The Grudge too. I've seen The Messenger, the one with Kristen Stewart.
Haven't seen The Messenger or The Grudge 2. When I watched the Grudge, I was like, I was pretty hyped to watch this. Like, man, when I was in high school, I remember some of my classmates just going on about how scary this movie is. But when I actually watched it, I was like, okay, objectively, that was a scary movie. Although I was too jaded to actually be scared of it, but The Ring did it better.
All right, let's continue.
Okay.
There's a new one that just came out. Would you like to go see it after dinner? Nathaniel asked. Kat's grin brightened and she reached across the table, a little boldly maybe, to lay her hand lightly atop his. Nathaniel, I would love to!
Okay, I feel like Ernest should say a horror movie is a great excuse to hold someone's hand and lean on them.
Hold on. I have a rebuttal for that.
See, Brenna, I am the horror movie.
You now have a tiny pink dragon orbiter, Averna. I hope you're okay with that.
She'll get used to it.
Okay. His eyes lit up as she... Hi, Evan! His eyes lit up as she touched his hand, and he smiled like a kid in a candy store. There's too many references to children on this date.
Yeah,
That one was my bad, but still. Not that he
yeah, agree.
Huh?
Yeah, agree.
Not that he was allowed to eat candy ever in his life. You? are perfect, he said. Top 10 things you don't say on a first date.
Yeah.
He was a bumbling moron, and she still wanted to go to a movie with him after all his missteps? It's almost like she's being paid. I'm sorry, she's just so... She is not smooth. She is not smooth.
No.
I'm highly amused by this. When the
Let's
food
see.
came... Huh?
Um.
Oh, wait, him.
Yes.
I'd go on a date with him. Oh, maybe not Rena. When their food came, she withdrew her hand but still smiled at him to encourage to be. Good job editing, Segan. More open with her. He was kind of cute, but she wasn't all too sure about him yet. You don't need to be sure about him. You're being paid to date him. Fuck. I look forward to it. Dinner and a movie. I must be a lucky girl. That's one of those things that should have been said sarcastically, but wasn't.
Yeah, that's actually kind of awkward. If it's unironic.
Everything about this is kind of awkward.
Oh, no, okay, no, everything about this is extremely awkward.
He dug into his salad. He would just have to get used to pineapple on everything. I'm imagining him like doing the same thing I did the first time I tasted dragon fruit, which was like... It would be hilarious if his reaction was like that.
Yeah, honestly, it's the fact he's eating more pineapple because Trent told him to is kind of like
Actually, I'll say that as myself. It was what his parents referred to as an acquired taste. It's not a taste you should have to acquire because your rapist told you to do it.
Yeah!
Cinnamon would not say that. Who do I have who would say that? Who do I... Oh, yeah.
Briarphone agrees vociferously.
Oh no, you used an adverb. That's so, checks notes, narcissistic. He smiled at her charming comment. It is I who am the lucky one, he said. You're the most beautiful girl I've seen in my entire life.
Okay, if somebody said that to me on the first date, I'd be like, wow, you're really, really fake, huh? Ernest's like, what? I get told that on first dates all the time.
You get told you're the most beautiful girl?
But most beautiful man. I get told I'm the most beautiful man that they've ever seen on first dates all the time. You are literally God, Ernest.
Actually, no, she wouldn't know they're lying. Never mind, hold up.
Okay, I believe you.
Not a girl! Demonstrably not. Tokyomi. Okay, I believe you. The thing about Tokyomi is you don't actually know when he's being sincere and when he's, like, fucking with you.
And yes. Ambiguous bitting.
Trent does the same thing. Trent has said, okay, I believe you, to Damon before. I told you about how Damon told him to jump off a cliff, and then Trent actually, like, started to do it, and then Damon tackled him and was like, no, and Trent's like, you told me to. Damon's like, I changed my mind, and Trent said, okay, I believe you. And he was being completely sarcastic. But the way that he said it, you couldn't tell. He was so good at dating, he should write a book, he snarked to himself. Please do, I'd love to read it.
I wonder what his dad would think about him writing a pickup artist book.
It was a miracle this woman hadn't thrown a drink in his face and stormed out yet. And you don't notice anything odd about her behavior? Really?
Really?
She was so patient and kind, just like he'd heard love was. Ugh. Catherine settled in to enjoy her meal, noting how Nathaniel seemed to enjoy all that pineapple on his salad. It took everything she had to store it in for she exactly why I think she accidentally word here, guys. She exactly why men did certain things they did in order to appeal more to others they were interested in.
What?
It's like pineapple. I'm gonna hit her with a "you learned that in character, how?"
Yeah.
Yeah. He never uses her head. That's Nathaniel right now. He's not using his head. It's just for decoration. Oh, God. So, Misadventures of Marluxia and Vexen has this line where Vexen says of Axel, "I want to cut out his eyes and pin them to my wall so I'll always have a way to look at them." And that just popped into my mind for no reason whatsoever. Oh, it's because I was embroidering an eye earlier. Because I fucked up the eye on the original picture that I was doing. And I had to like print out a new eye and embroider it. And I thought I lost it. And I was like, oh my fucking God, I spent all day embroidering this fucking eye. And then I found it on top of the electric bill. Whoop. Yeah, and so I cold glued it onto the picture, which, by the way, Loki says looks like it's gonna give him nightmares. Let me show you. I don't think it's I think it's a little bizarre looking because I haven't finished it.
It's not that bad.
It's not. I think it's kind of throwing me off because like I use different thicknesses for the thread, but I think I'm also just being critical because I'm the person who made the thing. You're always like more critical of the shit you make than other people.
Yeah. Yes. Also, Loki has Loki reasons for objecting.
Loki is a jealous twat about Aemon. Like when he first saw me doing this, I was like embroidering the lips. I'd kind of had it hidden from him for a while. And he went on this rant about how Aemon is just so boring and generic, and there's villains in Warhammer 40K that are more interesting and blah, 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 blah. And I recorded the whole thing. As soon as he started ranting, I hit record and I sent the whole thing to Lydia, and Lydia's like, "Oh, he is so fucking jelly." I finished mapping out where the the tone the shade markers. So like from medium to light, from light to lightest, etc. So I finished mapping all that out, and I mapped out like the hair too, and like which texture goes where for the hair and all that. And I'm looking forward to this when it's completed. I had a couple people say, "Well, are you going to sell them?" I'm like, yeah, I'm going to sell this for $10,000 because I don't want to part with it. Nobody's going to pay that much for it. So I get to keep it forever if I list an outrageous fucking price like that. And if someone actually does, I'm going to be like, oh, man. But yeah, I'm really proud. It's my first time actually trying a face. And then, like, I told Loki, you've never complained about my embroidery before. Let me get my other piece. This is the first piece I ever did. It was a mistletoe patch that I sewed into one of Loki's cloaks. And then the cloak got accidentally, but I kept the patch. Well, actually, he tried to make some edits to the cloak. It didn't work out. And he's like, yeah, but that's different. Again, that's cute. It's flowers. It's not creepy. And I'm like,
it's not a guy.
I was like, well, would you like me to embroider your face on a fucking pillow? He's like, please don't. Oh, and I got this teddy bear. Okay, so you know how I have a giant bunny. Well, I also have... Fuck. This is new. This is my bear. He's new.
Hello, bear.
And Loki was like, oh, you're just going to turn that into a sex doll with Aemon's face. Ugh. And I was like, firstly, no. And secondly, and? Why is that an issue? Like, he's...
Also, why is that the first thing that springs to mind?
Because he's butthurt that I have expressed on multiple occasions I would like to not sleep with him. Booty bothered. Ass annoyed. Anyway. But she held her tongue and enjoyed the steak, which was seared to perfection. You always this charming, Nathaniel, or am I just special? She asked. The most.
Oh, that's a burn, right?
Let's see. And she does kind of mentally call him out on that. The most beautiful girl he'd ever seen. She wasn't too sure she believed him about that. Good! Charming? She thought he was charming? No, she was probably being sarcastic. I'm usually more suave, he admitted. It's been a heck of a week, but you are special. Most girls probably would have run for the hills by now. And then she completely just changes the subject, which honestly, good for her. So, you always lived in California? She asked, trying to appear interested. She was reserving judgment on him till after their date. You know, that's kind of passive-aggressive. But you're also not supposed to judge your target. So that's a problem, too.
Yeah.
Sorry again, Nathaniel with his pineapple. I actually like my stupidly long ass name beverage, my almond juice. I'm just gonna call it almond juice. People can cope. I took a semester abroad in Italy when I was in college, but other than that, yes. My family's lived in California forever. Wouldn't dream of moving anywhere else. Well, maybe Rome, he teased lightly. Italy, not Georgia. Although I do like peaches. She played the part of the doting, simpering girl well, and Nathaniel was eating out of her hands. Or he's on drugs.
It's probably the drugs. He's high, right?
I'm going to assume yes, because he's still on those painkillers.
Okay.
Yeah, because later when they go to the movies, he ends up, like, his alarm for his pain pills goes off and he takes them with champagne.
Oh, yeah, mixing opioids with alcohol. Good idea, man.
Yeah, it's a really great idea, and then things get cringier. But he was cute in a dumb, rough around the edges, trying to be a smooth talker, but probably is really a mama's boy way.
Okay, I'm starting to wonder about some of Catherine's kinks.
I'm starting to wonder about, like, she said she wasn't going to judge him, and yet now she's judging him. What do you mean by kinks, though? Because that didn't strike me as a thing.
Well, she called him a poor baby earlier, and now she's thinking about, oh, he must be a mama's boy.
You know what? I'm going to move this up to... Oops. Like,
Maybe
he's
it's
her
a power
brother's
thing?
age. Sorry, what?
Maybe it's a power thing?
Oh. It definitely is. And it's not intentional. I'm not going to write that, but just so you know.
I mean, very little of what Bex writes is intentional.
Okay, but I mean that author is control freak, character is accidentally control freak.
Oh, okay.
She leaves. Just give me a second. Some of what I write is also unintentional. There have been things you pointed out about my writing, and I'm like, huh.
Oh, there's so many unintentional things in my writing. I think that's something everyone does.
Yes.
Bex just does it a lot.
She leaned closer to him as she listened, noting the places he'd said he'd been to. Not too much of a world traveler. And you are? Really? That sounds interesting. I bet Italy was amazing in Rome. I would kill to go to Rome one day. Okay, considering whose sister she is, yikes.
Yeah.
I lived in California for most of my life. Such an amazing place. Yeah, sure. Whatever the fuck you say. Wait, no, she hasn't. She's from Iowa. Anyway, she slipped up on purpose and hoped he caught it and would call her on it. She resisted the giggle that wanted to come out and finished up her meal sipping on her tea. Either the giggle was sipping
Okay, so she wants him to catch her spying on him for Trent.
This was not negotiated. She realized the giggle that wanted to anyway, either the giggle was sipping on her tea or her meal was, and that amuses me. Well, maybe I'll take you to Rome sometime on my plane, he said, flexing just a little. Hello, milady. I have a plane, tips Trilby.
Okay, but if just because his private jet is good for flying around the United States doesn't mean it's good for crossing the Atlantic.
It is. Because
okay.
He was going to take Rebecca to Rome on his jet.
Okay.
In canon, yeah. So it is an international jet.
Alrighty then.
Let's see. I would love to go with you, Nathaniel. That sounds like such a fun time. You really are too sweet. She gushed it as all. Okay, hold on. I gotta ask her related to a thing. Let's see.
I hope she doesn't mean it like that. I'm going to just believe she does not mean it like that.
Sorry, what else did you say after that?
I'm going to choose to believe she doesn't mean it like that.
I'm going to put your comment after Serena's next comment.
We have 10 minutes.
Yes. Ah! What the fuck did I just press? It did excite her. Unfortunately.
Okay, well, I stand corrected.
Actually, you don't. I'm just being an ass. And made her smile to think she might get to see the places she loved so much. I can show you the world on my jet with my trilby. Wait, so that'll be our second date? He joked. You might as well at this fucking point. Rebecca had once asked him to take her to Rome, but only to run away from her problems. Kat was comparatively fun and uncomplicated. She seemed like she didn't even have problems. Oh, she has problems, all right. Let's see.
She has. Yep.
Didn't you say you were from Iowa? He asked, is something else computed? His brain's like buffering. Like, you know those YouTube like 15 years ago? Buffering.
Yep.
That's Nathaniel's brain. That's a hell of a ways away from California. Who else did he? Oh, right. Actually, funny thing, one of our clients is from Iowa. She's a bank branch manager who used to cheer. Do you know a Trina? Because everybody who lives in Iowa knows each other, you see.
Right?
In this case, it's true, but... I'm going to send my ass off. Fuck. My new phone does.
Iowa is clearly so sparsely populated. There's only one Trina there.
You know, my phone does the same. Like, if I'm scrolling too fast, it'll just like, boom! And I'm like, no, wait, I was trying to. Anyway, yes. Iowa is clearly so Spartan. What?
Iowa is clearly so sparsely populated. There's only one Trina to speak of.
He giggled and smirked. He had caught her slip. Iowa was, but I missed California a lot, so now I'm a back. Nathaniel was not present for that conversation. Nathaniel was not present. Yes, I know Trina, lovely woman.
Oh, you know Trina from Iowa.
She's her cousin. She could have just...
No other specification needed.
No, do you know Jose from California? Do you know Mrs. Martinez, also from California? Do you know Mr. Smith from the United States? Do you know Mr. Takahashi from Japan? We actually did go to school with someone with the last name Takahashi. But, like, I don't know. I feel like I would still need more clarification than that.
Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure Takahashi is a super common surname. I thought that's why you picked it.
I was actually just said the first Japanese surname that came to mind because we had a classmate with that name. Anyway, lovely woman. Lovely woman. I don't know why woman is a title now. Let's see. Very clean cut and tidy. She nodded with he asked. I'm such a good, real good editor. Oh, yeah.
For shame, editor.
Huh?
For shame, Editkin.
Oh, yeah, she knew Trina. Well, in fact. And she was never mentioned again. Although she really should be. Thanks, Agent Raven. He laughed at her cute wordplay. So you were born in California, or, he asked. Something about her phrasing sounded familiar. No, it didn't, because he wasn't there for that conversation. And the words elevator security crossed his mind for a split second, but then it was gone. He watches the elevator security tapes for his... You know what? No, actually, that kind of makes sense. It's a very sloppy hand wave. Let's see. He gave himself a mental shake. No, silly, I was born in Iowa, but I miss California because I had to go home for family issues at one point. Now I'm back, she said it again, giving him a pointed, playful look. He really didn't get it? Wow.
It's not like you said it in a it was easy to understand.
Time. He only said it once in canon.
Sorry, what?
Piffy, you said something, but I kind of steamrolled. What did you say?
Oh, I said, it's not like you explained it very well. Oh no! Well, no, that's actually to be expected.
She's getting a Corey intensifies for that. Okay. Communication, it burns! Corey intensifies. He shook his finger lightly. I've heard that before. I swear I have, but I just can't place it. He frowned thoughtfully. God, the amount of reaching I did to make this work. Oh, maybe from someone in the office? No, most people I work with are also California natives. I know it wasn't Rebecca because she's never been to Iowa in her life. Wait, maybe it was Rebecca or someone talking to her? It doesn't matter, he breezed. Now that I think about it, you and Trina look like you could be sisters. Are all Iowa girls like you two?
This is
drugs. Sorry, what?
If I was from Iowa, I'd be kind of offended at this point.
Yeah, that's valid. She played it off and blushed faintly at his praise. Not really. There only a few good. Huh?
She's blushing at the praise, not in utter embarrassment of what fool he's making of himself.
And time.
And time.
Thank you for joining.
Thank you for having me.
And thank you for viewing my awesome outfit, my ensemble.
It's so cool. You look so good.
Dude, I have to get the correct wig for this because this is like a stand-in wig because the correct wig is at my dad's. I have to go get it tomorrow. Anyway, I will show you that another time, probably next week. Cheers.
All right. Cheers. Bye.